Are you ready to start your spiritual journey or your spiritual awakening? I have found over the last few months to a few years that there has been an upsurge of people really wanting to understand their spiritual side so much more and really awakening to it. And it really is a true awakening. It's almost like when you come out of it, it's like, I've been asleep this whole time. I've been kind of like sleepwalking through my whole life. And now I'm ready to kind of see the world for what it really is. And I think this is an interesting part for most of us because a lot of times before we start it, it's kind of almost like this one side. We only see this short side of what's going on. And a lot of times people are thinking like, we only live on this perfect planet called Earth. There's no other life in the universe. There's no other anything else. And I think that's kind of the sad part is that they're kind of like that short-sightedness. They're not seeing the big picture. When you start seeing the big picture and you start to see through the veil, that's your spiritual awakening coming. It's your spiritual journey starting. And it's one of those, I kind of feel like the words are not necessarily interchangeable as well. So like awakening is kind of like you're really wakening up. You are wakening up like your soul and your spirit to kind of like remember where you came from, what's gone on in the past, and kind of like this, wow, this awakening of it. And I will tell you the next part of it is you start on this spiritual journey to kind of like reconnect to who you are now to what you were before you came into this life, kind of the spiritual being, who you were in another life, what you did in past lives. All of that just starts to open up and you're just like, oh my goodness. But kind of incorrectly, it's not really a journey, because journey kind of really states that you start a journey and then you kind of end a journey. And this is a journey you're really never going to stop. You may take some periods of time where you don't do it near as much or as often, or you kind of take a break for a period of time when things happen in your life, but it's never 100% over. You will be on this spiritual journey for the rest of your life. Sorry to break it into you that way, but I think that's kind of the fun part about it, is it's not something that is going to be like, yeah, this is what we're doing and this is how we do it and it's done and it's over with. No, I think a lot of times I will get to hear people's words when they start identifying themselves differently. I identify as coming from a different planet. I identify myself as having past lives, and they start identifying themselves in some different ways. And that's kind of my first indication, like, you've started to wake up. They've started this awakening that just kind of really takes them for a loop. It's like, okay, I didn't realize any of this. All I wanted was this wisdom or whatever else, and now I'm opening up to everything else. Spiritually awakening is really kind of ripping apart the fabric of your reality in what you think real life is. And like I said, it's that short-sighted picture of like, yeah, this is it. We've got Earth, which is great. No one else is around us. No other neighbors to bother us. They're out there, and I guarantee you they're visiting us all the time. So that's kind of the And I will tell you, it's kind of, when you see people kind of going from that ego-based lifestyle of like, it's all about me, and no one else matters or anything else, that's when you start to realize it. Like, they've been that ego person, they've been that ego no matter what person, energy wise, they have been pulling some major negative energy. It's all about me and what I'm doing and that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden they start talking about we. It's all about we and where are we going and what's changing in our world and how are things changing in our world, and people are thinking about differently. Yeah, that's when you know, like, they have started. Their eyes are open and they are ready to start this journey. And I will tell you, it's kind of like this awakening in a major energy, because a lot of times, like, we've been kind of sleeping and sleepwalking through our lives, and then all of a sudden we're like, wait, this has all been out there the whole time, and this energy was always there, and all I had to do was connect to it. Yeah, all you ever had to do was connect with it. And I think this is kind of the interesting part of it, because as they kind of start their spiritual awakening, you can see their energy kind of shift and change. You can see this mental activity going on of like, wow, I never thought about this before. I never thought about it this way before. I really never thought about this before, or I never thought anything else. And a lot of times it's kind of like they've been blind and now they can see color. It's like, wow, this is amazing. I never even knew all of this was out there. Yeah, it's been out there for a while, and everybody goes through their spiritual journey a little bit differently. A little bit, some people do it really quickly, some people do it a little bit faster, a little bit slower. So it's one of those, it's not good or bad either way, it's just what's going on in your life. And I will tell you, this evolution for most of us have been something that we have been going through for a long period of time. And it is a great way to kind of find this amazing energy and connect to this amazing energy in some new ways. And it's almost like our birthright. We came to Earth to do this. We came to Earth at this time frame to really connect to this energy in some amazing ways. And I will tell you, it's kind of this like finding ourselves, kind of finding what we really are meant to do. And a lot of people will say, I don't know what my life path is. And a lot of times, even if you are unaware of your spiritual awakening, a lot of times just asking those questions are really starting you on that awakening part of it. It kind of like, wow, I didn't even know this was here. But kind of one of the things is glimpsing into kind of, or getting a new insight into what's going on around you. And you get glimpses of it everywhere. Kind of, I'm getting a glimpse of it here and a glimpse of it there. Kind of like, wow, these people are waking up and changing their ideas and their thoughts. And a lot of times we start looking at things differently. We're kind of almost like putting everything in our lives that we've always just kind of like taken for granted into a new realm of putting under the telescope. And let me look at this differently. Let me think about this differently. And a lot of times we think we're starting to like lose our path. Like now we're off in la la land and I don't know where I'm going. But a lot of times it's that path to find ourselves, or find our true selves, and kind of seeking a path that is different than what everybody else is asking for. And I will tell you, a lot of times our old life path and our new life path will merge together. And it's like, oh, that's why I had to learn this. That's where I had to go with this. And I guarantee you there is some amazing energy in all of this. So there is great insight into understanding about your spiritual awakening and starting your spiritual journey. I will definitely be keeping in contact with you. And if you have any questions, make sure to post them below and I will answer them.